Climate-controlled storage is the safest option for furniture storage in Seguin, Texas, because heat and humidity warp wood, loosen joints, and feed mold. Seguin summers regularly push past 95 degrees Fahrenheit, and relative humidity can spike above 80% after a storm. Choosing the right facility and the right unit size from the start is the single most effective way to avoid warped wood, mold, and damaged finishes. Seguin, Texas is a city in Guadalupe County in the Texas Hill Country Transition Zone, where summers are long, hot, and punctuated by high humidity storm systems rolling in from the Gulf. Guadalupe County is the Texas county that includes Seguin, Kingsbury, McQueeney, Selma, and Schertz. Average July highs exceed 96 degrees Fahrenheit. Storage spaces that lack climate control, including garages, metal sheds, and unconditioned units, can reach interior temperatures of 130 degrees Fahrenheit or higher on a clear afternoon. That level of heat, combined with humidity swings, creates a hostile environment for virtually every category of household furniture. A solid wood dresser can swell or cup within a single season. Chair legs and glued joints loosen as wood expands and contracts through repeated heat cycles. A mattress or upholstered sofa absorbs ambient moisture and develops odor within weeks. Finished surfaces such as lacquer, polyurethane, and painted wood can dull, haze, or crack when the temperature climbs fast and stays there. A single weekend of triple-digit heat is enough to stress a tabletop that spent years inside an air-conditioned home. Heirlooms and everyday pieces share the same risk. A short stay does not make the climate gentler. Furniture storage in Seguin, Texas belongs in a climate-controlled unit if the pieces are wood, upholstered, or finished. Life in Guadalupe County puts furniture on the move more often than people plan. A closing date slips. A kitchen remodel takes over the living room. A smaller home cannot hold every piece a household still wants to keep. Families relocating to Seguin, Texas from the San Antonio suburbs, or moving across town inside Guadalupe County often need a short-term home for beds, tables, and boxes for 1 to 3 months. A renovation creates the same squeeze. Paint, dust, and contractors do not mix with a good sofa or a dining set. Drive-up access is a unit layout that lets a moving truck back directly to the unit door. A 10 by 10 or 10 by 20 unit with drive-up access makes weekend loading realistic. The furniture waits in a clean, temperature-stable space until the new rooms are ready. Drive-up access reduces carry distance and cuts the risk of scuffing finished pieces. Empty nesters and retirees in Seguin, Texas often leave a larger family home for a smaller property or an assisted living community. A household may not be ready to sell the dining set, the antique chest, or the bedroom suite that has been in the family for decades. A 10 by 10 or 10 by 15 climate-controlled unit gives those pieces, keepsakes, and related documents a long-term home that does not expose those items to summer heat. A climate-controlled unit is a storage space that maintains a consistent indoor temperature, typically between 55 degrees Fahrenheit and 85 degrees Fahrenheit year-round, and that moderates humidity levels inside the unit. That steady environment prevents the expansion and contraction cycles that damage wood joints, finishes, and upholstery over time. Wood is hygroscopic. Wood absorbs and releases moisture from the surrounding air. When the air swings from hot and dry to hot and wet through a Seguin, Texas summer, wood moves. Tabletops cup upward along the grain. Veneer can lift at the edges and corners. Mold spores activate when relative humidity stays above 60% for extended periods. Once mold takes hold, stains and persistent odor follow. Heat and humidity also work on sofas, chairs, mattresses, and painted surfaces. Fabric can fade or hold mildew. Finishes can soften, haze, or crack. For wood furniture, upholstered pieces, mattresses, antiques, and anything with a painted or lacquered finish, climate-controlled storage is worth the cost in virtually every case. The price difference between standard and climate-controlled units is typically modest compared with the cost of refinishing a warped tabletop, replacing mold-damaged upholstery, or restoring a damaged antique. In the climate of Seguin, Texas, heat and humidity will affect unprotected furniture. The only question is how quickly. Skipping prep is the most common reason furniture comes out of storage in worse condition than it went in. Wipe wood with a dry or slightly damp cloth and let every surface dry fully before any wrap goes on. Trapped moisture under a moving blanket causes the same damage as a damp shed. Vacuum upholstery thoroughly. Disassemble beds, tables, and shelves that break down without force. Bag all screws and hardware and tape the bag directly to the piece it belongs to. Remove lampshades, glass inserts, and loose cushions. Cover wood with moving blankets, furniture pads, or paper wrap. Stand mattresses and sofas off the concrete floor on a pallet or wooden boards. Keep plastic sheeting from sealing tight against fabric. Protect glass and mirrors with cardboard, taping the cardboard rather than the glass. Never wrap a piece that is still damp. Place heavy pieces along the walls and distribute weight evenly. Do not stack upholstered sofas on top of finished wood tables. Leave a center walking aisle. Keep mattresses stored on edge if the unit height allows it. Keep drawers empty or very lightly loaded. Drive-up access shortens the carry distance from the truck to the unit door and reduces scuffing. Load items that may need retrieval first near the front of the unit. Match the actual pile of furniture to the unit before reserving. Then choose climate-controlled storage if the pieces are wood, upholstered, or finished. A unit that is too small forces scraping every piece on the way in. A 10 by 10 unit is the best fit for one bedroom or a compact living room. A typical 10 by 10 load is a bed frame, dresser, nightstands, and a few chairs. A 10 by 10 climate-controlled unit fits the contents of most one-bedroom apartments. A 10 by 15 unit is the best fit for downsizing, a dining set, and keepsakes. A typical 10 by 15 load is a dining set plus chests, boxes, and heirlooms. A two-bedroom household or a move that includes a full living room set typically fits a 10 by 15 or 10 by 20 unit. A 10 by 20 unit is the best fit for a household in transition for 1 to 3 months. A typical 10 by 20 load is the main rooms of a house or a full apartment. Do not force a dining table into a space that cannot accommodate its full length. Measure the largest pieces, particularly sofas and dining tables, before reserving. Climate-controlled storage is the right call for antiques, solid wood, sofas, mattresses, and anything with a finish a household cares about. Matador Self Storage Seguin is a self-storage facility that provides affordable, secure, climate-controlled, and drive-up storage to Seguin, Texas, and the greater Guadalupe County area, including Kingsbury, McQueeney, Selma, and Schertz. Matador Self Storage Seguin offers climate-controlled units in 10 by 10, 10 by 15, and 10 by 20 sizes with straightforward online reservations, drive-up access, and 24/7 security monitoring. 24/7 security monitoring is a service that keeps the unit actively watched after a renter leaves the property. That monitoring is part of what separates a purpose-built storage facility from a rented garage or a friend's barn. Furniture, valuables, and heirlooms need more than a padlock from the hardware store. Use a quality disc or cylinder lock. Keep a written inventory of what went in and when, and visit periodically if storing for more than a few months. Dust accumulation, standing water near unit doors, and loose or damaged door hardware are signs to walk away and find a better managed property. A practical rule: if a person can smell a unit before renting it, walk away. Furniture stored in a properly climate-controlled unit can remain safely for months or years. The limiting factor is not time, but environment. Households in Seguin, Texas, Kingsbury, McQueeney, Selma, and Schertz can keep furniture storage close to home at prices built for Guadalupe County rather than the San Antonio metro. To summarize, furniture storage in Seguin, Texas needs extra care because summer heat and humidity warp wood, loosen joints, and feed mold. Guadalupe County households use furniture storage to bridge moves, renovations, and downsizing. Climate-controlled storage units are worth it for wood, upholstery, mattresses, antiques, and finished pieces. Clean, wrap, and load furniture so moisture, scuffs, and unstable stacks do not undo that protection. Choose a 10 by 10 for one bedroom, a 10 by 15 for downsizing and dining sets, or a 10 by 20 for a household in transition. Matador Self Storage Seguin offers climate-controlled furniture storage in Seguin, Texas with drive-up access and 24/7 security monitoring.